Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day celebrating Christmas together. It's a shame we can't all be at Becky and Gavin's house, but hopefully we're having a lovely time anyway. I'm going to read you a poem called The Night Before Christmas. It's one of my favourites. I hope you like it. "'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mum in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter.
Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick.
Rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, come Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. Stop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath.
He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drew out of sight,
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a poem that was written a long, long time ago, nearly 200 years ago, but I think it's still very enjoyable even now. Have a lovely Christmas, everybody. Goodbye.
Happy Christmas, Gemma. First, we made the Christmas pudding. I stirred the mixture and made a wish. Gemma threw the spoon on the floor. Another day, we put up the decorations. I made a long paper chain. Gemma made a mess. A week before Christmas, we decorated the tree. I was big enough to put an angel on the top. Gemma pulled off a star. Then we wrapped our presents. I cut the sticky tape. Gemma tore up some labels. On Christmas Eve, we hung up the stockings. I had a big red stocking. Gemma had a little red sock. Then we went to bed. I stayed awake and listened for Father Christmas. Gemma went to sleep. Then it was Christmas Day. I had lots of things in my stocking. Gemma had some chocolate money and 2 cows, but she said they were dogs. On Christmas morning, Grandma took us all to church. Then we opened our presents and telephoned our friends and relatives. I talked to my cousins in Jamaica. Gemma talked to someone too. We all ate a lot of Christmas dinner. Once Grandma put her elbow on the table, but I didn't say anything. Gemma turned her bowl upside down. Then Gemma disappeared. I hunted and hunted. Gemma wasn't anywhere around. I looked in the cupboard. Gemma was there, eating the icing off Grandma's Christmas cake. After tea, Gemma was tired. I said, "Happy Christmas, Gemma." Gemma said, "Dog." Then we sang carols. I sang one on my own. Gemma didn't sing any. She was fast asleep. The end.
Hi guys, I'm going to read The Jolly Christmas Postman, which is my all-time fave Christmas book. Once upon a Christmas Eve, just after it had snowed, the jolly postman, him again, came down the jolly road, and in the bag upon his back an interesting load. First stop, 4 Bears Cottage. To Baby Bear, 4 Bears Cottage, the woods. A Christmas card for Baby Bear, a bear who's shy, a mummy up a ladder, and a postman with a pie. A postman on his bike again. Ta-ta, take care, bye-bye. And by, the second stop, he comes to Red Riding Hood's house. Miss R. Hood, the playhouse, garden path, diddly dumpling. Sorry, I'm not very good at this one-handed thing. A jolly game, a lucky girl, but see what's written here. From Mr. Wolf, he's got a nerve. A Merry Christmas, dear. The postman can't think what to say and sips his ginger beer and eats his pie and waves bye-bye. The postman gets back on his bike and rides another mile. A crooked mile in actual fact, it takes him quite a while. He never finds the sixpence though, or come to that, the style. And besides, the crooked man has it. Next stop, the hospital. Humpty Dumpty smiles and blinks. A jigsaw for me? What fun, he thinks. From all the king's horses and all the king's men. How nice. Then he falls out of bed and gets cracked, i.e. twice. Never mind, in comes the doctor, Foster, in comes the nurse, and in comes the lady with the alligator purse, and they mend him. The jolly postman waves bye-bye, he still has far to go. The sun has vanished from the sky, the clouds are hanging low. He feels a kiss upon his cheek, the first fresh flakes of snow, and comes, number 4, to a small tin door. The Gingerbread Boy, McVitie House, Little Toe Lane, Toy Town. A book in a book, says the Gingerbread Boy. What a simply delicious surprise. But if only he knew he's in one too, that would really open his eyes. Then a bucket of tea for the postman and 24 mince pies. Off through the snow the postman rides with more than a meal in his insides. He's all shook up and all of a quiver, and it's not just a cold that's making him shiver. There's a letter he'd rather not deliver to you know who. Ooh, Mr. Wolf, the den. For all's well and all's merry, the wolf's just wolfing pies and sherry and playing games in his cosy den. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? With the 3 little pigs and the little red hen. After all, it is Christmas. But now it's really snowing and the winter wind is blowing and the daylight it is going, so the jolly postman, jolly cold, has just no way of knowing where he is. He stops beside a wall of ice and spies a crack of light. He finds a little golden door and disappears from sight, along a tunnel dark and cool, to a workshop warm and bright. A cup of tea with Santa and Mrs. Santa too. Got any children's letters? The postman smiles. A few. Well, fancy that, said Santa. Now we've got one for you. For our good old pal, the postman. Gosh, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. This is the best part of the whole book. A peep show for a postman. The postman peeps inside. A postman's round completed. It's time to take a ride. But how to make the journey? The drifts are deep and wide. To avoid the snow, ho ho ho, PTO. There he is. Up with Santa and his bike. Hope you enjoyed that. That's my fave. Oh, it's not quite finished, sorry. A jolly postman, warm and snug, a postman's dog upon the rug, a clock that's chiming in the hall, Merry Christmas, one and all. The end.
So, Father Christmas needs a wee. Father Christmas needs a wee. He's been drinking drinks since 3:30. At number 1, 1 hot chocolate. Yum. At number 2, 2 plates of stew. At number 3, 3 cups of tea. At number 4, he'd had 4 more. At number 5, 5 pops with pies. And at number 6, fruit mix, all 6. At number 7, milk, 7, pure heaven. At number 8, 8 cool milkshakes. At number 9, 9 lemon and limes. At number 10, 10 teas. And then, I think that you will clearly see why Father Christmas needs a wee. But oh, what with all those drinks in mind, he forgot to leave the presents behind. And so, at number 10, he left 10 pens. At number 9, 9 nursery rhymes. At number 8, 8 pairs of skates. At number 7, sweets. 7, more heaven. At number 6, 6 colourful bricks. At number 5, 5 toys to drive. At number 4, 4 beasts that roar. At number 3, 3 Christmas trees. At number 2, 2 cows that moo. At number 1, 1 pup that runs. Woof, woof, see him run. Hours of noisy fun. Playtime puppy. And so, at last, his work was done. And now, the time for him to flee, for Father Christmas needs a wee. Through the town, across the sky, the sledge, it rises, rises high, above the clouds and over the sea. He must be quick, 'cause he needs a wee. At last he's back at home all safe. Just look at that smile upon his face. He feels in his pocket, but where is the key? For Father Christmas needs a wee. An elf with a gift appears by the door. I found this key just here on the floor. He thanks the elf and turns the lock. He runs up the stairs right up to the top, and there is the loo. He shuts the door. Oh, happy Christmas, we hear him roar.
Stickman. Stickman lives in a family tree with his stick lady love and their stick children 3. One day he wakes early and goes for a jog. Stickman, oh stickman, beware of the dog. A stick, barks the dog, an excellent stick, the right kind of stick for my favourite trick. I'll fetch it and drop it and fetch it, and then I'll drop it and fetch it and drop it again. I'm not a stick, why can't you see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me, and I want to go home to my family tree. A notice says dogs must be kept on a lead. At last the game's over and Stickman is freed. He sets off for home with a hop and a twirl. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the girl. A stick, cries the girl with a smile on her face, the right kind of poo stick for winning the race. Has everyone got one? Get ready to throw. It's 1, 2, 3, into the river they go. I'm not a poo stick, why can't they see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. And I'm heading away from my family tree. Stickman is floating, he floats on and on. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the swan. A twig, says the swan, this twig is the best. It's the right kind of twig to weave into my nest. I'm not a twig, why can't they see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. And I long to be back in the family tree. The nest is deserted and Stickman is free. He drifts down the river and sails out to sea. He tosses and turns till the frolicking foam washes him up on a beach far from home. Here comes a dad with a spade in his hand. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the sand. A mast, yells the dad, an excellent mast. Hooray, there's a flag on our castle at last. I'm not a mast for a silly old flag, or a sword for a knight, or a hook for a bag. I'm not a pen, I'm not a bow, I'm not a bat or a boomerang, no. I'm Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the snow. Here comes a boy in a warm woolly scarf. An arm for my snowman, he says with a laugh. I'm not an arm, can nobody see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. Will I ever get back to my family tree? Stickman is lonely, Stickman is lost, Stickman is frozen and covered in frost. Stickman is weary, his eyes start to close. He stretches and yawns and lies down for a doze. He can't hear the bells or the sweet singing choir, or a voice saying, here's a good stick for the fire. Stickman is lying asleep in the grate. Can anyone wake him before it's too late? He dreams of his kids and his stick lady love, then suddenly wakes. What's that noise up above? It starts with a chuckle, then turns to a shout. Oh, ho, 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 I'm stuck, get me out. A stuck man? A stuck man? Now who could that be? Don't worry, cries Stickman, I'll soon set you free. A scratch and a scrape and a flurry of soot, a wiggle, a jiggle, and out pokes a foot. A shove and a nudge, a hop and a jump. And Santa falls into the room with a thump. Stickman, oh Stickman, you excellent friend. Thanks, thanks a million, thanks without end. Then Stickman helps Santa deliver the toys to fast asleep girls and fast asleep boys. Faster and faster they fly through the snow, till Santa says only one chimney to go. Stick ladies lonely, the children are sad. It won't feel like Christmas without their stick dad. They toss and they turn in the family bed. But what is that clattering sound overhead? Someone is tumbling into their home. Is it a bird or a bat or a mouse? Or could it, yes, could it possibly be? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. And I'm sticking right here in my family tree. The end.